and welcome back. This video is brought to you guys by SwitchBot, and we're taking a look at a variety of their products that are really awesome. They're very unique products that I actually haven't even tested before. You know, everyone's seen like smart cameras at this point. Everyone's seen, you know, smart garage door openers, or better yet, even those little smart outlet things where you can plug a device in and have it turn on and off. But one of the biggest problems we've always had is, what about all those devices that simply won't turn on when you apply power to them? You know, if you plug a lot of the smart switches out there, they work on the basis that the thing is already turned on all the time, like a lamp, and then you plug in the outlet itself into the smart socket, and then all of a sudden it turns it on and off. However, for a lot of products like heats and air conditioners and, you know, toasters and things, you need to tweak the buttons themselves for it to turn on. So what do you do in that case? Well, this is where SwitchBot comes in, and in particular, the SwitchBot Bot. So this is a really interesting device that can actually flip a variety of interesting switches. For example, you can go ahead and use the adhesive and basically stick this onto virtually anything, or use some of the more special pulling adhesives and be able to turn a switch on and off, and it works with most types of rocker switches. You can also just apply this directly to a coffee maker. I went ahead and got a little bit creative. I decided to, you know, everyone knows you could maybe turn on your usual house switch with this and just turn on your normal light or fan or ceiling fan or whatever. That's the usual. However, what if we want to take it to the next level? So I tried sticking it to as many random things as I possibly could. We had like a random heat that had a normal flip switch. Then we had an additional tiny little heater that's for like a little floor heater. That works. I also applied it to the microwave button, the freaking toaster button, even the actual rice cooker that we have as well, along with a variety of other places. Basically, this thing works pretty well almost anywhere, and is fully customizable and schedule based inside of the application itself. So you could actually set a schedule to have the coffee maker turn on, or a certain light turn on at 7 a.m. every single day, because that's when you get up. Or you don't have to set a schedule. What if you just want to make your life a little bit easier and you want some way to basically turn on your air conditioner with your voice? Well, you could simply stick this onto your air conditioner as well, and that would mean that you can officially be able to control it with Alexa. All you have to say is, Alexa, turn on the air conditioner, and this thing will go ahead and activate, which is really awesome. It could be something as simple as being able to turn off your alarm with your voice as well, because you could stick this to the top of a snooze button, and you can just be like, Alexa, snooze, and it will keep on automatically switching that snooze button. Now, inside of the application itself, it does have a variety of options as well. So for example, if you were to jump into the SwitchBot application, you can see as many of these as you need. For example, I have 4 SwitchBot bots, so all of them will appear at the bottom, and when you tap settings, you can of course go ahead and turn it on and off, but you can also go ahead and select the press hold time. Now this is really important, because, you know, some snooze buttons, some air conditioners, they might actually make it so you need to hold them down for 3 to 4 seconds, while others simply won't turn on if you just have a quick switch where it, you know, flips it for a second. So you're actually able to choose the press mode time, or you could choose a different mode. You could set it to switch mode, and it's going to go ahead and reset real quick, and you can also inverse the direction of the on off. So there's the switch mode and the press mode. The press mode is better for appliances and things where you want to turn something on, maybe your dryer or something like that, or turn it off. And then of course the press mode, or the switch mode, is really great for actual switches that are like physical switches on maybe the wall, maybe on a device, maybe on a heater, so on and so forth. You can also go ahead and activate cloud services, or you can pair it with the remote, which actually, guys, I'm going to bring up in another video. I'm going to be showing you guys some smart curtains as well, probably the coolest device I've seen all year. So the best of all, it works very quick. You basically press the button inside of the application, or you press on and off, and just like that, it works within a few seconds, which is really cool. Which leads to another thing. You see, we have another cool thing here. We got ourselves the hub itself as well, the SwitchBot Hub Mini. Now basically this is a small little square device with a cool little light on it, and basically you can automate your bots with this particular device. You see, it has a way to go ahead and schedule it so you can actually have multiple devices happen simultaneously. So you could be like, Alexa, turn on the Ion Room Hub, like I have it named in here, and all of a sudden your entire room will activate simultaneously. You can add a bunch of appliances directly to this. Maybe it's a vacuum cleaner, an air conditioner, fan, TV, whatever it could be. You can go ahead and add all of them together, and all of a sudden you also get yourself something known as Smart Learning Mode. So the Hub Mini can learn and mimic all the signals from your existing remote control in 5 seconds. So you don't need any more remotes inside your house. This thing has the ability to do it all. Now, as I mentioned, it works with Alexa. It also, get this, works with Google Assistant, and it also works with Siri, which makes life much, much easier. Last but not least, it just, all in all, pulls all the devices together, and you're able to do things simultaneously, so you're one step closer to having a seamless ecosystem inside of your home. Once again, you can also add a schedule to this cool little thing as well. But my favorite device out of all of these is definitely the SwitchBot meter. This thing has a thermometer built in and a hygrometer built directly into this. It's also really, really cheap. On their site right now, it's around 20 bucks. So you can get yourself a cool little thermostat that also measures the humidity inside of the room, all for almost little to nothing. And then it gets even cooler. You see, inside of the same application, you're actually able to go and track how your room is doing as well. So for example, you can actually go and jump into the application. You can set it by hour, day, week, or month, and you can see how the temperature in your room has slowly been rising or falling. Tracking humidity is also important, especially if you have a room full of kids, because too high humidity can actually lead to mold growth, or too low, whichever one it is. But basically, humidity needs to be controlled within a certain range. I believe it's around 40 to 63%, and you want to keep it around that range. Otherwise, you might have mold, not the best air, and all in all, it's just icky, and it's not something you want to be feeling. Temperature goes the same, because you can actually take this to a whole nother level. You see, every single time the temperature drops below a certain point, technically speaking, you can use that hub I just talked about to go ahead and have it so as soon as it reaches like 70 something degrees, you can have it turn on your air conditioner or heater automatically, and that way, technically speaking, even with just a normal ceiling fan or a normal air conditioning unit like I have here, you can go and have it as if you have a full-on real thermostat inside of your room. Now, for a room like this particular room we're using, this room does not have a full-on thermostat or heating or AC, so we do use the actual like a Dyson cooling system here that does all the heating and the cooling. So I added the switch to this, and it has made life much, much easier, especially being able to set a certain schedule. Most people go to work at 9, you want to turn off the heat, and a lot of people, they want to turn on the heat slightly before getting home, so their home is nice and cozy by the time they get there, which is really, really cool. The options for this are absolutely endless, everything from the hub itself to all the different devices they have. And as I mentioned before, we're actually going to be looking at their SwitchBot curtain as well. They're probably going to be running a few sales on this for Black Friday, so of course don't forget to go ahead and check out the link below. They also have a remote, so if you do want to use a full-on remote to automate certain things, you can go ahead and do so as well. But I think obviously, guys, the SwitchBot itself with the bot section is just really, really cool. It's something that I have not seen before, and it's a really unique idea. You can get it in white or black, and honestly, for the convenience it may give you over the course of who knows how many years, I think it is personally totally worth the, I think, $20, $30 that they run for in the link below, maybe even cheaper during Black Friday. All in all, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If so, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Link below. Thank you guys for watching. This is going to be me